Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our website. I come back to our website. Today, I would like to talk about real life. In our real life, there are so many lessons that we need to learn. Today, I come across with this saying, being honest may not get you a lot of friends, but it will always get you the right ones. What do you think about that? In my real life, that happened to me. When you are very honest to people, you may not get a lot of friends because they don't like it. They don't like you. But it will always get me the right one. So I need only one or two true friends. I don't want to be around with a lot of friends. No. And I come around with another saying, don't worry about what other people are thinking about you because everyone is only thinking about themselves. I think this is true. If you think too much about what other people think about yourself, then you cannot do anything. Then I learned something else with this saying. Every second you spend comparing your life to someone else is a second spent. Oh, I'm sorry. Every second you spend comparing your life to someone else is a second spent wasting your time, wasting yours. And it is very true. I got another one. Don't get emotionally attacked. Don't get emotionally attached to anyone. People change. Even your best friends can turn into strangers one day. That happened to me. I had a friend that we have been knowing each other over 30 years, for 30 years. But finally, he stabbed me in my back. Another thing, and another one, and I think I need to learn from this. Learn to be content and happy by yourself. If you need a company to be happy, then it will make you weak. That is very true. How about this one? Share your progress, not your goals, and you will always be motivated. Don't be afraid to be alone. Being by yourself is far superior than being with crappy people. How about this? The people who ask the most from you are the people who do the least for you. What do you think? Take your responsibilities seriously, but not yourself. What does that mean? How about this? Fear is not there to stop you, it's there to show you that you are interested and you care. I like this. Don't make permanent decisions on temporary emotions. If you put somebody on a pedestal, that person has no choice but to look down on you. Is that correct? Is that true? I think it is. People give you advice based on their perspective. So sometimes it is not good for you. You have to make your own decision. Not everything in your brain needs to come out of your mouth. What do you think? Not everything in your brain needs to come out of your mouth. When I think up here, and when it comes, try to get out of my mouth, but I think there's something that cannot do it, then I stop and I change it. Don't do anything that you will have to lie about later. Okay, this is another one. Light travels faster than sound. That's why some people appear bright until you hear them speak. Don't look for happiness. It's always inside you. That is very true. You owe nothing to your younger self, but you owe everything to your present self. Younger self means your past, but you owe everything to your present self. Self-care is realizing that you are your greatest obstacle. Think about this. Self-care is realizing that you are your greatest obstacle. Your parents were correct multiple times, even if not academically qualified. Stop insulting them when they advised you. Why? We need their experience, their wisdom. Act like you have been there before. What does that mean? Overthinking runs you, it runs the situation, twists things around, it ruins the situation, twists things around, makes you worry about futile questions, and makes everything much worse than it actually is. What do you think? I think it is right. Overthinking ruins you, not runs you. Okay, overthinking ruins you. It ruins your situation, it ruins the situation, twists things around, makes you worry about futile things, and makes everything much worse than it actually is. If you're gonna get if you're gonna get angry about something, think to yourself, will I remember this in 10 years? Of course not. Okay. You only get one body, take care of it. You will have it all our life. You will have it all our life. And while it is incredibly resilient, it can only give you what you put in. I like this one. If someone emphasizes that they are telling the truth, you can be sure they are lying. All you have power and influence over is what you decide to do with the time that you are given today. I like this one. You will never run, you will never ruin a role if you play yourself. You will never ruin a role if you play yourself. Very good. Don't compare the behind the scenes of your life to someone else highlight reel. Highlight reel. Okay, what does that mean? Just because you miss someone doesn't mean you need them back in your life. Missing is a part of getting over. That is very true. First, you choose a partner on the basis of their looks and enjoy until you realize that your kids will not be raised by their looks but by their values. You cannot have everything. You always exchange something for something. That is very true. I have only 10 more minutes. So I want to share with you some of this, okay? To know who your true friends are, look for the ones who say good things behind your back and bad things to your face. What do you think about? Okay. Letting go is very hard, but it's the best thing to do. When it is the time to let go, we have to let go. Okay. With time, the more wins with fear you can accumulate, the more fearless you will become. Never make someone a priority who only makes you an option. If you are a friend of everybody, you are an enemy to yourself. So don't try. Don't try to be popular. You were You were born with 2 ears and one mouth. Use them in that proportion. So don't talk too much, right? The biggest thing you need to accept is change. You don't only live once, you live multiple lives within one. Life becomes easier and more beautiful when we can see the good in other people. But I remember a French philosopher, Jean-Paul Sartre. He said, "The other is hell." He didn't see good in other people, in other person. You can cut all the flowers, but you cannot keep spring coming. You cannot keep spring from coming. Let others' actions let others' actions speak for them. People will show you People will show you far more than they will tell you. Everything that you do, you are creating dots. You can connect those dots in the later part of life and understand why you did what you did. Commitment is what gets you started. Consistency is what gets you somewhere, and persistence is what keeps you going. We need to be persistent. You can fall in love more than once. You don't need to worry much when someone you love leaves you. Most of the time, it's for the good. If someone is trying to bring you down, it only means you are above them. Don't make promises if you have no intention to fulfill them. It might not mean anything to you, but it could mean a whole world to someone else. I like this. Going back to your ex is like having a shower and putting dirty underwear back on. Keep an open mind and act like an artist, but think, fail, and learn like a scientist. I really like this. You don't find your purpose somewhere else. You create your purpose exactly where you are, and you bear meaning to it. Your entire life can change in an instant. So instead of passively taking what you have for granted, be grateful for it and do whatever good you can with it. You grow rich when you seek new experiences, not material things. I like this one. Action breeds more clarity than thought. So you can't think your way into a new life. You have to act your way into one. The life you experience is simply a reflection of your mindset. Very true. Chasing happiness will lead you to misery until you realize that happiness is the way. All you have is the now and what you do with it. It means the present time. The noun is very important, is more important than anything else. Be smart enough to ask for advice, but be wise enough to know who to seek it from. If you can trap anything from your world, Drop the ego, yourself. The more grateful you are, the more beauty you will see all around you. The more generous life will seem, and the happier you will become. You won't forget some bad things. You just stop caring until that happens. Don't stress too much about it. Success is not about your resources. It's about how resourceful you are with what you have. I like this. Okay, I have few more to tell you. Then I have to leave. Fear limits most people throughout their lives and permeates them and permeates through all of other decisions. Do your best to control it, overcome it, and revel when you defeat it. You cannot swim for new horizons until you have the courage to lose sight of the shore. Very well. It's never too late to do the thing you have always wanted to do. Don't let don't let naysayers discourage you because they may have pro- projecting their own insecurities. So you have to believe in yourself. You cannot change what happened, no matter if it was your fault or someone else messed it up. Don't be mad about it. Deal with the challenge. This is the last one. People will always project their fears and limiting beliefs onto you. What you must do is build a shield against this noise so you can protect yourself from it. I will have more for next time. And think about all those saying that may be life lessons for you to fix some of your problems. Thank you for listening. And this is the end and the stream.